Today's rant is brought to you by people that don't know how to take an L.
Lose! I don't lose! I win!
Some of y'all really need to work on the fact that you just always have to win at all costs. Especially in the real estate transaction world. So this rant was kind of triggered by a culmination of issues that have happened, that have been some transactions that have transpired. And something that I've noticed is that buyers have the tendency to always feel like there was something malicious done during the transaction toward them. People tend to just take things very personally.
This is business, not personal.
So what I've just seen kind of a rash of is people go under contract for a house. They have their inspection done. They ask for some repairs on that inspection. The seller agrees to said repairs. The repairs are completed. A receipt is provided to the buyer, or the buyer comes back out and does whatever inspection that they need to do to make sure that the repairs were done up to their standards. They close on the house, and then a month or two later, something happens and that particular repair is not up to the standards or exactly what the buyer thought that it should be. And then all hell breaks loose. And everyone was in cahoots to make it transpire the way that it did. The realtor, the listing agent, the seller, just everyone knew that whatever this issue was gonna happen, and they were just all out to get the buyer. And now everyone's out for blood. First of all, as a buyer, you have to assume some sort of responsibility. In a real estate transaction, you have the opportunity with your realtor to negotiate whatever the hell you want to negotiate in the deal. And if that negotiation includes some repairs to get done to the house, the seller fulfills their obligation because they've agreed to those repairs and they do it, and then you agree and sign off that those repairs were done to your standards, and you close on the house, and now ownership has been transferred from them to you. Just because the wind blows extra hard next month and blows some shingles off the roof that they just replaced, or just because they fixed, an awning, and a month or two later that awning is leaning from a bad storm, that doesn't mean, guys, that it was shoddy work. It doesn't mean that anyone owes you anything. It doesn't mean that there was something malicious done when it comes to the repairs. It's just that shit happens. I literally have sold a personal house of mine that I knew when we left the house, the air conditioner was on. But as soon as the sellers or the new buyers moved into the home, they called us and was like, what's wrong with the AC? Like, it's not working. Was it not working? And like, that wasn't anything that we did. We legit just moved out of the house, and it happened to stop working the day that they moved in. They had their inspections. There was nothing wrong with it. They signed off on everything, but things happen. Hell, we bought 2 houses in a row that we had to pump $2,500 to $3,500 worth of work into an air conditioner a week or two after we moved in. And the sellers didn't do anything malicious. It was kind of the same situation. Things just happen to go out, and that's just the way that the universe works. And when you're buying a house, you have to assume some of that responsibility of being a homeowner, and that when things break, ultimately it's your responsibility. But I'm just seeing this rash of people just being really unreasonable and just not willing to take an L sometimes. And sometimes that $1,500 repair that maybe wasn't done up to your standards, but you signed off on it and closed, just maybe, sometimes you have to assume the responsibility. Understand that's the way the cookie crumbles. It's not worth it to hire an attorney and go through a long, legal, expensive process for something that ultimately costs less than what the process would take, but you're just willing to do it at all costs just out of sheer principle. It's just really daunting. And I've just had some deals that are coming back alive from months ago. Mine, agents of mine, things that I'm hearing from other agents. where people are just getting pissed off. A fence got put up and one of the boards fell out and now they're mad, they want to sue. Someone, you know, asked for our AC to be repaired. AC was repaired, but there was another part on the AC that went out a few months later. Now they want to sue because the seller apparently hid it. And I want for buyers to understand, you know, you need to seek legal representation for those things. I'm not a legal expert at all, so however you want to do it is how you should do it. But I do want people to understand that being a homeowner, you do assume a little bit of responsibility when it comes to that and once the property has been transitioned over to you. So yeah, so just like a little observation, just a mini rant today. It was on my mind, so just thought I'd pick up the camera and start recording. Tell me what your thoughts are on that rant. If you guys have had some similar situations, then get at me, and more rants coming soon.